my God, Becky.
Can Miss Becky please raise her hand, bro?
You better call Becky with the good hair.
Yo, what's good? It's your girl, Becky the Pod. Welcome to my podcast, Unspoken Words. We have special guests.
Marcus Whit.
And Marcus Whit, what are you a part of?
So I'm part of BDNR. It's my clothing brand right
Okay.
now. And, you know, it's really about showing the world that everybody has a gift and everybody's dope. Like, you have something that's dope about you. So, for instance, unspoken word, your poetry.
Right.
You know, that's what makes you dope. That's your gift. That's your
Right.
gift from God to show the world. So I want to build something that, you know, promotes that and shows that.
Make sure it was on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so something that shows that. So, like if you do music, if you do skits,
Right.
if you want to be an actor, something that makes you dope. We want to go and find those people and, you know, promote them through that, you know, bring us all together to make change. You know, that's the biggest thing. At the end of the day, it's all about giving back. And my way to give back is show the world that these people are dope. And in doing that, we can all give back together. So that's why we got the name from BDNR, been dope, never regular, because you can never be regular.
Okay.
So that's how it all ties in. So when people ask, like, what's BDNR? It's like, you been dope, right? They're like, yeah, you can never be regular, right?
Right.
Yeah, been dope, never regular. So that's the whole thing behind it.
That's smart. Well, he jumped right into it, you know, you guys, and that's great. He's excited. But I met him at the Unspoken Showcase. I actually didn't meet him there, but going back through photos, I was like, oh, he was there because he reached out to me. And I like when people go to events and be like, hey, yo, it's nice seeing you, or it was great talking to you, because I don't remember a lot of people that meet at events.
Exactly.
Or like I barely even saw anybody at my own event, and I just knew there was a lot of bodies there, and I was like, okay, I'm in here. But so you reached out to me, and your clothing line, like, it's really dope, like some streetwear, you know, streetwear that you would probably like you would spend buku money on Supreme, or what's the other stuff that people wear now?
Supreme, what is it? Baby Nate, what?
I don't know.
All that stuff. Nike.
I just shop at Cotton On, you guys, and I wear my merch all the time. That's it. But other than that, no. So you make your own clothes, right?
Yeah,
like
make our own clothes.
I'm talking about like from scratch.
From
You
scratch,
sew,
like any idea that's in this brand,
Right.
I put it on a shirt,
right?
and if I need to sew it, I'm gonna sew it. Like that's what I've just got into now, is sewing. So I've always had an idea to create, and you're not a real designer in my book unless you can make something with your own two hands.
Okay.
So, you know, I went out, found the fabric, and I made some shirts. So, like, I got one over there, and I got a whole new line that I'm coming out with. So, I'm going to sew that over the next 2 weeks. So, I'm going to put that all together and then put it out, get a photo shoot going. I actually take my own photos. So, everything is in-house with me.
Oh, my gosh.
So, that's what makes me dope. So
he's a man of many, he's
many
like
talents.
Many talents.
Many talents.
So you're not doing this by yourself, right? You have a business
Yeah,
partner?
I have a business partner. So he really takes care of. He's not here today. He had to work, but he takes more care of like the business side of things. You know, he's
Like the
really,
marketing, the money, and all that
marketing,
stuff?
money. You know, promotions, all that. So he allows me to be creative, and you know, I get his input on stuff. So like when I go get the fabric, we collaborate on what we want to make. You know, I give him the idea that I want, and then he'll be like, all right, let's make this change or make this. Or if I want to make a hoodie, this is the idea, guy. All right, let's probably do this, or let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. So it's really collaborative. And then when it comes to the business side of things, you know, he really, you know, he does a lot of that because he was a marketing major. So
Okay.
a lot of the marketing and things like that, he'll take care of.
So, and that's kind of what, honestly, I've been running into lately. So with my unspoken word stuff, you know, I record, I'm out and about, and I do my own graphics and all that stuff. I used to do it with Wolf Nation Studios, but then money got tight, so I was like, y'all, I gotta cut back, y'all. I love y'all, but I gotta cut back. So I started doing things myself. But then, like, I'm not a graphic designer. When it comes down to money handling, I'm not the greatest person with my money. Also, like, I feel like I invest too much, and then I don't make the profit back. So I, like, in other words, I'm playing with my own money. And then, like, and it's what I'm just hearing is it's great you guys are working together. Yes. And that's something that, like, everybody needs. I always hear this. A successful business is a team. It is. And I know, like, your team isn't big, but it's just nice to know that your team is two people, but one person's handling the financial stuff, but also incorporating creative ideas. Exactly. And you're being creative, but also adding, like, your own finesse to it, also listening to your partner. Exactly. And I feel like that's really amazing because and that's part of, like, giving back to community too. It is. I feel like if you're one person, yes, you can do it. You can give back to community, but I feel like having two people, having a mindset and having an idea and networking, I feel like your goal of giving back to community will be accomplished.
It's big, and I like what I've heard is you never reach the highest level on your own. It's impossible. You can never reach the highest level that you want to be.
Yeah, You're good.
I'm good. Okay.
You're good.
Mic check. We good.
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
good.
bet. Yeah, you can never reach a highest level of your full potential just on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to have a team around you. So that's my biggest thing is, yes, us too, but I have other friends and I have other people who I know one day I want to be a part of my team.
Right.
And we're all doing our own thing right now, but the piece, it's like a puzzle to me. Like life to me is like a puzzle. So you start to put the pieces together. And right now I'm just working on the edges, putting the corners together, getting it all set up. So then when you start filling it in and you put the whole piece together,
I like that metaphor.
it goes crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I like
so then
that
you put the perfect picture together and then people's like, hold on. All I saw was the corner at first, but now I'm starting to see the picture. Now that's being put together.
Right.
It's like, oh, so that's what you was doing when I
Right.
was out there working on them little, you know what I'm saying, doing this, doing that. The little things, people don't see it.
Right.
But you see it. You see you putting the pieces together. They might not be connected,
Right.
but you putting pieces in place. Then you start connecting them. That's why I'm with you right now.
Right.
You know, connecting those just different little pieces that I'm putting together. And then when it's all together, it's like, wow, that happened. It's
Right.
like, yeah, that's the vision.
So, I know you and I talked a lot because I love to have conversations with my guests beforehand and also just to get where their mind is at. And also, I didn't tell you what we were talking about, so I just jumped right into it, right? But tell the people, how did you start this business? Because, you just said it was a bet. So tell them the whole story.
So it was literally a bet. So this is how it happened. We're in Columbia, so Columbia, Missouri. I went to Columbia College. That's where we was at. So I was at Columbia College with
Are you a Dallas native though?
No. I was born in St. Louis.
Okay.
Moved to Columbia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pause.
Caught a hold on the bullshit and now I'm trying to escape. I've been running on the daily, but it keep chasing me. I don't know what to do, nor do I know what to say. So I just drown my head in thought, but I'll just say, okay. You making my head hurt, first of all. Call on the mirror for the top.
And we're back, y'all. All right,
back.
cool. So you just saw some clothing from BDNR.
Straight
Been
heat.
dope, never regular. Also, y'all, he's sending some stuff out to some brand ambassadors out of New York, man.
Whew.
They on and popping, man.
Hey, it's gonna be everywhere. People think I'm playing. If you see it on TV, best believe we did that. We made that happen.
Or if you see it on Netflix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
They ain't ready for that yet. They ain't ready for that.
Oh no, but go ahead and explain your startup.
Oh yeah, back up.
Like
Yeah,
your
so
little
it's a
bet
story.
over here.
So literally, I'm in a dorm room, right? And we're looking at some new J's that's gonna release. So we come by some turquoise. I think they was like 6s, and we was like, hey, yo, bro, like what are these? Like, so we looking all over the internet trying to find them. Like, end up coming up that they were custom made.
Okay.
So we like, oh, them is customs. We can't buy them. So my homeboy Eric, my business partner, he's like, I bet you can't make no pair like this like that. You can't make no pair like that. What do you mean? So he goes into his room. And he has like some beat up. I'm talking about beat up 9s, like some beat up beaters. Gives them to me. I'm like, all right, bet. Take them, refurbish them, order some paint. Watch YouTube. Everything I do, I watch YouTube.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, that's
YouTube
why.
is
YouTube
the
is
Bible. I wouldn't say the Bible, but it's like a manual for how to do everything.
Everything, literally. If you need to know how to do something, look at YouTube.
Right,
So
exactly.
I looked at YouTube, found out what I needed to make, watched the videos how to make the shoes. All right, cool. Order my paint, customize some shoes, and then post them on my IG. Name them the Oak Hill 9s. Look like McDonald's shoes, but they was Oak Hill 9s. That's what I named them. So put them on IG, and then next thing you know, people started liking them. They was like, hey, yo, bro, I want a pair. Hey, can I get some?
Oh,
What's
wow.
up? So I go back to him. I'm like, bro, we can make this something.
Right.
Like, this is, like, people liking this.
Right.
He was like, bet, we can do that. But
Okay.
before that, we had an idea of making a clothing line, but we were just always playing around with the idea.
So you did custom shoes first, right?
Yeah, so first we started with custom shoes for like 2 years. Moved out to Nevada. That's where I went to grad school at. And then
Grad school for what?
business. No, it was educational leadership.
Okay.
Yep. So educational leadership went out there. Learned how to design because I was a grad assistant out there for the Nevada men's basketball team. So went there. Learned how to graphic design, all that. Hit him up on the phone one day and was like, bro, I know how to do this. What's up? We can make it happen.
Wow.
He was like, all right, bet, let's do it. So I took a trip down to L.A. I got on YouTube again. So got on YouTube, found out where in L.A. I can go that has wholesale. Boom. Took some money, went down there.
And like purchase some stuff.
Oh, purchase shirts, jerseys, all that.
Okay.
Came back, found a place that could manufacture. 'Cause at this time, I didn't have all the gear I have now.
Okay.
Found a place to print them all. Next thing you know, it starts to take off, and now we're here.
Okay, that's good. That's so good because honestly, I feel like clothing is really hard.
It is.
It's difference between having a clothing line and having merch. You know, for my merch, we just have our logo on a piece of clothing, right? And then for like actual like clothing line, you have to have like streets. You have to have style. You have to meet to the street trends.
Yep, the
you know,
trends, that's going on.
So I feel like this right here, this is dope.
Yeah, it's different. Like it's simple.
It's simple, but it's a touch of like y'all's brand.
Exactly.
Which is dope. So like, where do you get your creativity from? Because I know like with my poetry, I listen to music or like I have conversations with people. But where do you get your creativity when it comes down to styling or creating clothes?
Like the creativity comes just from. That's a good question. To be honest with you, it's a really good question because I just inspire. Like, just different people inspire me. So like when I go out and I see somebody has something that looks good, I'm like, oh, that's swag. I like that. Or like if I'm watching a music video or if I'm listening to an artist, like the type of feeling that I'm going, okay, cool. And then it's just like what people are doing.
Right.
So like the new shirts that I got that I'm gonna drop. The way I made it was because a lot of guys like to show off their belt. They want to wear a Louis belt. They want to wear a Gucci belt. They want to show off their belt.
Well, I don't know if they want to wear those anymore.
Yeah. I don't know about the Gucci. Maybe Louis. Okay.
Maybe.
But they want to show off their belt. So it's like you made a shirt in a way that they can show that off. So it's now you have a dope shirt, but you don't mess up the flow of the shirt. So now it's like, wow, the shirt's dope. But then I can show off my swag at the same time. This is hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that kind of rings a bell. I was talking to one of my friends, and he hates wearing seat belts because it wrinkles up his shirt.
Exactly.
And I was laughing because I was like, one, that's unsafe, and two, like, you're right, because you spent all this time ironing your shirt.
Exactly.
And then you wear a seat belt, and next thing you know, it's wrinkled when you go to your event.
Exactly.
So I guess that makes sense to like, instead of tucking it in.
Exactly.
But do you think like, you know how sometimes like guys fall into like this is almost feminine? How do you feel about that? Like,
I feel like a lot of people feel like that about a lot of clothes, like something feminine. But at the end of the day, like style is always changing.
Right.
You know, you have to
unless you're ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
And then you can wear
you
whatever,
know what I'm saying?
or Young Thug wearing a killing over here.
Like that to me, that's a little too far. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna do that. But like there's a line that you don't cross, but you get there because it's a different type of style. So like the clothes that we make, like some might be like that, and then other ones we have different styles. So we have multiple styles that fit multiple people. So somebody might like one thing, but another person might like another thing. So that's why we make different T-shirts like this, where it's cool, laid back. Then we make things that we're coming out with that's more, a little bit to the was like that's maybe not by me, but when you put it on, you put a fit with it, and you see somebody that you like rocking it, it's like, well, now I gotta rock it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have you ever had anybody reach out to you to like create something specifically for them?
That's the whole idea behind the brand. Like this is one brand that will make something, and if you say, man, I wish that was hold on.
You good?
I wish that was like white, or I wish that was red, or I want the same shirt, but dude, change this.
Right.
Bet, because that's what makes you dope. So like the whole idea, when you're rocking our clothes, we want you to feel that you're dope. Like we want you to feel unique. Like if you come to us and say, I want this, and that. Y'all can best you hit us up. Best believe.
What's your Instagram?
IG is BDNR _ so B.D.N.R _ but just type in BDNR, they be gonna pop up. Best believe. So just type in that. But like we want you, like if you come to us and you say I want this, and that. Okay, we gonna make it for you, because then when you go out and people are like, yo, hey, that's hard, that's dope, they're complimenting you.
Right.
They're not complimenting us. We just made sure that you look the best in your idea.
Right.
Or if we have something that you rocking that nobody else is rocking, hey, that's hot, but you like it. So they're not complimenting us, they're complimenting you.
Right.
So that's the whole idea behind it. That's what makes you, that's why when you rock BDNR, like you're saying, I've been dope, I'm never regular. Like you're saying, you're making a statement by what you're wearing. That's what we want our clothes to say. Like we want it to make a statement. So that's the whole idea behind it, give it meaning.
Right.
I just don't want to sell you clothes. Anybody can sell you clothes.
Right.
I could toss some stuff on a T-shirt, say here.
Yeah.
All right. But if there's meaning behind it, it's like, wow, okay, I can get behind that. Okay.
So, okay, you know how there's like these fashion no-nos going on right now, right? And so how do you feel about the whole Gucci, the Prada, like the whole like racism stuff that's going on? People call it racism, and then TI's bring back old stuff. How do you feel about that?
I mean, at the end of the day, certain things are not tolerated.
Right.
Like, you just can't do certain things.
Right.
And you have to be sensitive to how other people feel.
Okay.
I feel like when Gucci did that, they weren't sensitive to how another community feels. They weren't sensitive to how black people feel about that. So that's why that's why all this stuff was coming.
In their like team, are there black people working with them? Because you would think like if there's somebody, if somebody's black in their team, this wouldn't have happened, right?
But you guys yourself is the person that's black on their team the one that's actually running the show.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like you
true,
can have
true.
somebody black on your team, but if they ain't the ones writing the checks or the ones that's making the final decisions
saying yes
or saying yes,
yeah,
no,
right.
this is like, okay, we hear you, but who are you?
Right.
Like you here because you here, but are you really here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel like what's his name? He Virgil. What's his name?
Virgil.
Virgil, yes. And like people love him because he's, I feel like he's a step into like this is why this shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean there's some stuff like it shouldn't happen, even though like you have brands apologizing like, oh, we're sorry for this. It's like, well, y'all shouldn't have done that in the first place.
But it's they do it now and then apologize later. But to me, it's like microaggression. It's really like a microaggression. It's just a bigger step. Like they're making a statement by not saying it publicly, but doing something and then saying, "Oh, wow, we're sorry," but are you really sorry? Because if you're really sorry, you wouldn't have did in the first place.
Right.
So
do you think they know ahead of time
yes,
what they're doing?
They know. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, you think they didn't? They literally had to design the sweater,
okay,
and then have somebody manufacture. You think through all those steps, nobody was just like, "Hold on, maybe we shouldn't do this." No, they was like, "All right, we gonna do it."
So what happens to all those clothes? Like, so they manufacture all these jackets, all these shoes. Like, what do you think happens to them? Like, do they throw it away, or do they save it for like? Do they try again? Or do they try to like fix it up? I
honestly don't know. They probably send it somewhere. Somebody probably wearing them. To be honest with you, they pay them probably for a reason. It's probably some people you probably won't see around. They wearing them joints, but
no, I agree. Somebody has to wear them. They spent all this money on them.
Somebody wearing them.
It's
that's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Somebody wearing them, but it is what it is. Like that's society, and to be honest with you, and people gonna do things, and I mean sometimes this stuff just shines a light. Like that's an issue that still is not handled yet. So it's just like until we come down and actually talk about it and have an uncomfortable conversation about it, nothing's gonna change. Like those things are still gonna happen.
Right.
And instead of just getting mad, like personally, do I like it? No, I don't. But I'm not gonna make a big uproar about it because at the end of the day, if I'm not talking to the people that's actually in charge of doing that or people that's actually doing it, then what can I do? Right. So I'm trying to build something to the point where I get so many people with me. It's like you see all these people I got.
They're not gonna wear that anymore. They're gonna wear
that.
you.
They're gonna rock this. So we ain't even worried about that because you supporting something so different than what we doing. But if you want to come and try to connect with us, then talk to us. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not, then stay doing what you're doing. But we just gonna keep following this path and keep it going because now we done built this up with so many other people.
Right.
It's like we not worried about that no more. Like I see you doing, but I ain't got time to worry about that because over here we support, we bringing people up.
So I guess what you're saying, the mindset is like we see what other people are doing, but you're not really focused on it. You're focused on what your business plan is. And that's a good advice too because people, who start businesses, the podcast is whatever, we pay attention to other people, right? We see what other people do. We're like, dang, we don't have this many listeners yet, or dang, we can't throw this type of it.
You can't focus on that.
Like,
you
that's,
can't focus on it.
real.
You gotta keep doing because people gonna gravitate what's real. Like they might listen to the noise, but noise is gonna die down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that hype is gonna die down. People want to get what's real. Like if you can touch somebody in their soul, like if you could touch them, it's like, okay, I'm rocking with that. And they see you keep doing it and you keep doing it. It's gonna keep growing and growing to the point where all that other stuff dies down. Then you looking up like, well, I'm here. Like I'm here. Like I got my crew with me.
Right.
And then when you come in the game, it's like I've been rocking with so and so for long. So now they jumping on the bandwagon. But it's like it's cool because now you see it. And that's what we've been doing it, but you see it. Been dope, never regular. So,
yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
So I know clothing is hard itself, but what are some of the struggles that you can point out for people who are, let's say, like start or want to do clothing design or like reaching out to? Okay, let's start with people who are actually doing the clothing design.
Yes.
Let's start with that first.
So some of the struggles you're gonna see, I mean, really finding people to wear it. Selling it. Like sales come to like there's so many people doing clothing line. There's so many different people out here doing clothes. So really the why. Like why are you sell like showing
people love stories.
Yeah, people love stories. So if you can tell somebody why, like if you're making clothes just to make money, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
If you do anything just to make money, it's gonna be hard.
And it shows.
It shows. Like people understand. Like if you just trying to make $1 off of them, they're not gonna connect with that because they just like you just trying to play me. But if you could show them that I'm doing this because there's a why, like there's a meaning behind what I'm doing. It's not just about me. It's about everybody else that you don't see. I'm trying to build something up so then those people that don't have a voice now have a voice.
Okay.
Those people that don't have another chance have it. So if you're doing closing, sales become an issue, but the sales are an issue because of your why.
Right.
So if you can have a why, and then not only your why, but then make something that, like what somebody told me was find out what's going on in the fashion industry, and then what is it missing?
Okay.
You know, so what's hot right now? Like, what's the hottest thing out there? But what is it missing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the smallest thing that is missing? And if you could change that little thing and make it dope,
right,
and then have a why to go with it, people gonna rock with it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then after then, I say the second thing is marketing, like getting it out there. You have to spend money to make money,
right?
And especially in fashion, like you have to spend money to make money. Like scared money don't make no money. Because you have to invest in yourself. Like if you invest in yourself, nobody else is going to. Like nobody's going to sit there and hand you a bag of money and be like, "Here, use this to promote." No,
you can have a sad story. You have a sob story. People be like, "All right, you struggling? You struggling? I see you. Maybe you shouldn't do this no more." I'm like, "Bro, what?
You hear me?
What?
You hear me? Like that's and the people gonna say you shouldn't do it, but for every person that says you shouldn't do it, take that as a compliment because that they see something that they can't do.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Like people
envy you,
they
bro.
envy. They gonna look at you and be like, "You going through a struggle because you entrust in yourself that much? No, fuck that. Stop doing that. No, don't do that. No, you have to."
So you said something about investing into yourself, right?
Yes.
How much money, you can estimate this, did you spend on the startup right here? And
startup?
Would you say you're still in a startup? What would you call it?
Yeah, we're still in a startup. Yeah, for sure.
So how much money have you spent so far?
Thousands on thousands.
Oh,
yeah, some bands.
Right.
Yeah, I know when we started up, like I spent on the first set of clothes and hats. That was about $2,000 on that, and then getting it made. So we talking 5 already, and then plus this and all that we doing. So we getting close to about 10 if we ain't there already.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
Already.
Making me sweat
But throughout that though, we've sold some stuff we made. So we're not even yet, but that's what you have to do. Like that's where we're at.
You got to make sacrifices.
We got to make sacrifices, and we decided to make those sacrifices to the point now that we have connects. That we have people that's like, all right, we're gonna rock with the brand. We have different things where we can get on. Like I said, if you see us on TV, don't be surprised because we made those sacrifices to do that.
Right.
Now we there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you know you're in Dallas. How long you been in Dallas for?
I just got here like 4 months, 5 months ago.
Oh wow! Well, welcome to Dallas.
Yeah, just got here. Like,
but so far, what do you see so far in the fashion like society of Dallas?
Oh, it's just nothing but opportunity.
Right.
Nothing but opportunity. Like, I didn't know there was a fashion this is like a wholesale place down here in Dallas. Like, if you in fact do that, Harry Hines. I found out about it.
Harry Hines. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Harry Hines.
I just found out. They were Liddy.
He embarked with them too. They were here trying to take him money sometimes.
Oh, who you telling? I be having to. Hey, hold on now. Hold on. But
you know, there's like, do you ever order stuff online? There's like different websites. There's like
just sometimes
AliExpress or stuff you have to order ahead of time and get months later. Like, do you do that too?
Yeah, sometimes. Like I have some people. Like I have some overseas people who like if I want to get like some hoodies or stuff made, I can go contact them. They can make it, send it to me, things like that. But yeah, we have all types of different places, but I like it so far. Like what I see is I've met a lot of the good people. I mean, if I didn't meet the people I met, I wouldn't be right here talking on Unspoken Word.
Right.
Like, if I didn't come to the event and you didn't touch me with what you were saying in your whole event, that's the whole reason I hit you up because like it made me move. It was like, yo, this is dope. What she did with this is sick. You know, like I like this. This is what makes her dope. So I have to talk to her and see what she's doing.
That's good to hear from you because I don't really know you that well, but man, like. Lately, you guys, it's been a journey. And after this showcase, everybody was like, man, when's your next one? And I was like, whoa.
That's life, though. Like, that, what you're doing now is like you're seeing that you stuck with it.
Right.
And now it's like, yo, people see it. Like, I didn't even know you before that. Yeah. I just came to the event because I knew somebody. But when I seen it and I seen you talking up and I seen the emotion you put in your words, I was like, yo. Like she really bout it. Like that's what makes you dope.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
That's how I had to hit you up, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta get with you. I gotta connect."
Well, from what I'm looking at, you guys, BDNR is putting heart into their clothes.
Oh, heart and soul in it.
And I mean, they're gonna be like the upcoming streetwear in Dallas. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you heard it here first. Unspoken Word. You heard it here first.
So Dallas has like I wouldn't say a hidden, but the fashion society is kind of like hidden.
It
is.
You
have to go searching high and low to actually see what's going on.
Yes.
Shout out to Raw Elements. You know Raw Elements?
Mm-mm.
So he just had a fashion show.
Hit me up, G. I need have another one.
I'll send you his Instagram. But he's starting a clothing line called Forever Fly.
Mm-hmm. That sounds
And
dope.
that's some pretty good stuff. So he, you might be in contact with him, and maybe you can start making his stuff, and y'all can collab or whatever.
Exactly.
But I, you know, my elements of this fashion show was pretty dope. You know, some stuff happened. You know, he don't own the name of the fashion show. That's why we're not going to speak of it.
Okay.
But, you know, I feel like if he pulled this one off, he can pull another one off.
Yes.
You know, next BDNR is going to be in that, y'all.
We in there.
Also, we have another fashion show. It's called, my bad. Pull out the cell phone because they're on Instagram. But his name is Tamar. You met Tamar? That's it yet? Yeah, so I'm about to hook you up with some people, man.
See, that's why I'm linking with her. See, right? She put me on game. I'm new to the city. Come on, man. Hit me up. Slide in the DM. Let me know what's going on in Dallas.
Yes, he has a fashion show coming up called the Fashion Show, March 2nd, 2019.
Oh, yeah.
So that's coming up next month, you guys. Mm-hmm. So if you ain't got your tickets yet, go ahead and get your tickets. I heard front row tickets are already sold out.
Ooh, I'm in there.
Yeah, so go ahead and get your tickets. But, you know, as a designer, you know, you create your own stuff. You run into people like I who like, yo, create me some stuff, right? Yes. But you also run into people who don't know how to approach you. True. So what are some don'ts when you're approaching someone creating like in the fashion world? Because people always want customized stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that customized stuff is like expensive, but they don't, you know, like exactly. What are some do's and don'ts? So
I mean, for one, know what you want, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's especially as somebody that's a designer, like they really want to do like that's their passion,
right?
So they want to make you something dope, but make sure that you, for one, you want to do it,
right?
For two, you want to put the money into doing it,
true.
And then for three, you have an idea or something, but of what you want, but don't waste time. Like,
right. So what is wasting your time? Because some people be like, yo, I know what I want in my head. But like
wasting time is saying that, hey, I want this shirt made. Can you do it for me? All right. You design a shirt. Oh, well, I ain't gonna have money until you know what I'm saying. It's like
it's about money. Have your money ready.
Have money.
Don't expect free stuff, right?
Don't expect nothing free.
Okay, cool.
But a big don't expect to come up and get something for free.
Right.
Like if I'm gonna spend my time to make sure that you look good.
Right.
Make sure you won't put some money towards it.
Right.
Like, and again, like I said, it's not about the money, but you're paying for my time.
Right.
And I'm gonna use that money.
He's coming out of pocket.
Yeah, I'm coming out of pocket, but I'm gonna put that money towards something. Like it's going towards a goal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're all connected, but that's a big don't. Don't just go there and be like, oh yeah, I want this, and then expect to get, and then be like, hey, well, can you hook me up? Can you hook me up? What you mean by hook you up? Like, if you don't, especially if you don't know the person, don't ask to be hooked.
Yeah,
like, don't ask for no hookup or nothing. This is like, that's respect. Like if you have to respect my time, respect the designer's time of making something for you and making sure it looks good. Like if you can't respect my time, then don't waste it by saying, "Can I get a hookup?" Like especially if they don't know you. That's a big don't. Don't expect anything. Like you expect quality. Expect quality and respect the person that's spending time on you.
Also, one big deal I know people run into is like, okay, so they're influencers, right? Mm-hmm. And they always want, they want to wear the fly stuff. So they want you to maybe send like a monthly box to them or something like that. So how you feel about people who reach out for you for that? Because
and when it comes to influencers, you have to make sure that your influence actually have a following and you can gain something from your influencers. Like a lot of
organic
followers, exactly. So one thing you have to know is like if you have an influencer and they were asking for something, you have to ask them, okay, what can I gain from this? Mm-hmm. Like if I give you this, am I going to get, how many sales am I going to get? Mm-hmm. Like this has to be written out. Like, okay, if I give you this amount of clothes, for each amount of clothes I want, I need to be able to make this much profit off me sending you this.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to get this amount of followers. I need you to influence. Mm-hmm. I don't just need to send you something so then you can look fly.
Right.
And then you posting it, but nothing's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's happening is your likes is going up, but that doesn't help us.
Right. Yeah, that's
that's
true.
The problem with a lot of influencers is it's like, yeah, they might call themselves an influencer, but what are they influencing?
Right.
You know, like what are they actually doing for you?
And like we said at the beginning, BDNR is about the community, y'all. He's trying to give back to the community.
Exactly. Exactly.
So come with them with like the time, respect, because at the end of the day, like designers put a lot of time.
In. Like that's our
It's not
passion.
something that you can like do overnight.
It's not. It's something that takes time. It takes trial and error. Like I've failed more, but you can't be, especially at design, you can't be scared to fail. Like you should seek failure. Because that's how you're going to learn. Like if you're scared of failure, you don't seek failure, then how are you ever going to learn? Like the best lessons that you learn from your own failures.
Okay.
Those are your best lessons in life.
Right.
Best lessons, because you'll never do it again.
Yo,
If you take an
Marcus
L,
is dropping
if
all
you
the
take an L,
gems.
a big old L, bet you believe you ain't gonna do the same thing again. I bet you ain't gonna do the same thing
Oh
again.
yeah, I ain't gonna do this.
You know what I'm saying? So
I ran
that's what like, especially at design, like you can't be scared to fail. And I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Like, you're gonna get what you put in, and if you put your heart and soul into it, yeah, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fall down. But when you get back up and you learn from everything, and you stop taking those L's, you start taking all W's.
Oh yeah.
Then when
You
start
know,
winning,
it's always like when you start. It's one of those things like when you start having like downfalls after downfalls.
Yes.
You know, God is giving you something bigger at the end.
Exactly.
You gotta just.
He's literally telling you, learn from it. Because if you don't learn from it, he's gonna put you in the same situation until you learn that lesson.
Right.
And if once you learn it, he's like, all right, now that you got that, because what he got in store for you over here, you better have
Right.
all the lessons learned, because when you get there, you're gonna know how to handle those certain people, those certain situations, to make moves that need to be made moves so his plan can come through.
I also feel like when you move too fast, that's when things start just.
If you move too fast, that's when things you start missing. You start skipping steps that you need. That's why we've been this for 5 years going on.
All right.
We've been doing this for 5 years. So
Right.
that's why I feel like 5 years now, okay, we've learned some things. We know what's going on. That's why it's starting to build like it is.
Yeah.
That's why it's starting to grow. That's why it's starting to be what it is. And now I moved into where I can take my own two hands and get in the sewing machine and sew.
Right.
It's like, wow.
Right.
5 years ago, I was just painting shoes. 5 years later, now I'm on.
That's progress, y'all.
You see what I'm saying?
That's progress.
And it's all stepping stones. So then when you look back one day, it's like, wow. I started from a dorm room making the bed with my homie to being this big brand. It's like, wow, how time moves. But
Right.
you got to learn as you go.
I know my friend's name is Jordan, aka Boone. He started this. He has a brand called Nation 10 brand.
Okay.
He does sports clothing.
Yeah.
So he reached out to football people, track people. So he takes
yes.
their ideas, creates uniform for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he started off, he was selling shirts out of his car.
You got to.
And now he has he's working with different teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like his company's getting bigger and bigger. Like it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like when I talk about clothing, like I always think of him. Like he was over here walking around in college advertising his business, you know. And those are the
Exactly.
days where people will laugh at you. People be like, "Man, what you talking about?"
Exactly. What you doing? What you trying to sell me? You trying to sell me shirts out your car?
Right.
But in his mind, he's thinking, this is big.
Right,
Like,
right.
y'all don't understand. This is a dream. This is about to happen. And all it takes is a couple people. I'll send them this. All it takes is a couple yeses.
Yeah.
Like, if they say no, okay. On to the next one.
Right.
If they say no, okay, on to the next one.
True.
Because that one yes, and they're going to let you in the door, and all you got to do is make an impression. Okay, now you meet this person. Now you meet this person. Now you meet this person. Now this other person says yes. Next thing you know, all them yeses come up, and next thing you know, you on top now.
Yeah. That's
And now
true.
you just like, wow. All them no's. Now the people that said no looking at you like, dang, I wish I would have said yes. But
Right.
hey, it is what it is.
Hey, yo, it's always those people who
Yes.
be like looking down on you. It was like, yo, man, I'm trying to get in there. And it's like, well, didn't you deny me that one
The
time?
same person that be like, nah, that ain't gonna crack off. Nah, I ain't messing with that. I see it. I ain't supporting that. Once it get on, the same people that come back after they see the people that they follow rocking with you. Hey, yo, man, what's up, G? How you living? Like,
It's
hold on,
always like
G,
that.
hold on. But I'm not one to hold grudges, so I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm glad that you see it, but don't expect nothing.
Right.
Don't like you
Right.
can rock with it, cool, but don't expect nothing.
Yeah, because I know people be like, man, yo, I support you. I listen to you. Blah, blah, blah. Be like, yo, can you give me a free shirt?
See, that's when it's like, all right, G, don't expect nothing. I like that you rocking with me, but you can, if you support me and you rocking with me, you can spend some
Right,
money to rock with me.
right.
You can really, like, there's a difference. There's fake support and then there's real support. You know, like real support is I'm actually going to invest in you. Like, I see what you're doing. I'm gonna take some money out of my paycheck to invest in you.
Right. And that's one thing, too. Like, I understand, like, sometimes people don't have money to buy clothes.
That's true.
And that's understandable.
And that's
like,
true.
And because I want to work with a lot of people. I actually want, like, my cousin, he over here, he does
Yeah.
customized shoes, right?
Mhm.
Like, I want him to customize some shoes for me, but I'm like, man, I just want to know how much so I can
Yeah.
save up for that, because at the end of the day, like, I can't, like, you're, like, and I'm not saying you're expensive, it's just saying, like, dang, like, the quality of materials, it's like, that's good quality. That's why I
Yeah.
want to work with you, but, like, dang, man, I wish I had. But if you don't have it, it's okay. Promote us.
Exactly.
You know,
Promote, like, it don't take nothing to
name, like, yeah.
drop
shit-
a name,
yeah.
story, like in your story, boom, follow so and so.
And
You know what
even
I'm
if you
saying?
got, like, this is what I do sometimes, you guys.
Yeah.
I get, like, I'm maybe real with you. Sometimes I can't afford people's, like, merch or products,
Yeah.
whatever. I get the cheapest thing, right?
Yeah.
And I rock the hell out of that. I tag you all the time. I will tell you, yo, Yo, I caught the sale. I got lucky. Like I will
You're
rock
me.
with you because I tried. You know,
I try. See, try. That's something.
And I know sometimes people be like, man, these people catching the sales. That's all they want. You know, but it's like sometimes I really can't.
And like that's what I'm saying. Like there are real life situations that people are in that I don't overlook. Like when I say support. Yes, I want you to support, but at the same time, there's multiple ways to support. Because I'm not naive and not understand that I'm not sitting there saying everybody got wads of cash and people got babies, they got families, they got bills they got to pay. Reality is reality. Debt. You know what I'm saying? And debt, you know what I'm saying? Like the reality is real.
Right.
So I'm just saying, reach out and in some way show support, but don't be one of those people that don't do nothing.
Nothing.
The whole time, and then when it gets to the top, be like, "Oh, I'm here now." Don't expect nothing.
No, you wasn't.
You wasn't.
You ain't go to one event. What was the event? What was the very
you heard
first
me?
event?
You can't. They can't
what was
name
my
it.
last event that I just had? Come on, tell me about it. No,
Exactly.
but honestly, you guys, Marcus has been a great guest. You know,
I enjoyed it.
He's amazing.
We litty.
But go ahead, give them some advice. If you're a fashion designer, what are 3 things people should know, whether it be something difficult or the positives, whatever? Give it to them.
3 keys to being a fashion designer. For one, believe in yourself and believe in your vision. I'm gonna put that in 1. Believe in yourself and believe in your vision because that's what's gonna drive you. That's what's gonna drive you. Remember where you came from too. Always remember where you came from. All right, remember your journey. Wherever you started, that's going to drive you because it's going to be one or 2 things. You're not going to want to go back to where you came from, or where you came from is going to motivate you to keep doing what you're doing. So one of those 2 things is going to happen. So believe in yourself, your vision. Remember where you came from. 3, don't be scared of failure. If you fail, understand that's a lesson. You can't be scared to fail. People who are scared to fail don't try, and that's real. If you're scared to fail, you ain't never going to try. You're never going to chase your dream. You're never going to do what needs to be done to succeed because you're going to be scared to fail. And you're going to be stuck in a box. And then you're going to look back one day and say, you're going to have regret. I wish I would have did this. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's what my mom always told me. You're going to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Fail. And then when you fail, be like, cool. Now do it again. And if you fail, cool. You can keep doing it until you don't fail. And when you stop failing, best believe you're going to be better than the people that ain't going to be trying.
True. Y'all, Marcus, he left me speechless. That's all you
Dropping
need to know,
knowledge.
man.
Ooh.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned for the next episode. We out.
Hey.